Man, that was a fun game of Halo.
Hey everyone, it's Unyshek here. I'm with my good friend Nak3d Eli, and we're at the PAX Prime Showdown for a Halo 2 anniversary. We're going to be talking about all the maps that we've been able to play here at the Showdown, which is Zenith, which is the Ascension remake, Shrine, the Sanctuary remake, and Lockdown, which is the Lockout remake. We're going to break down a little bit about each map, and I hope you enjoy it. So, we'll talk about Zenith. The two teams spawn red team on the Banshee platform, and blue team gets a spawn on the small tower. Small tower is going to be the best place for a team to lock down and just win the game.
Just flat up. Yeah, I agree. Pretty much they get access to not only the small tower snipe, but they can actually run to big tower snipe and back before the Banshee guys can even run across the map, let alone getting across top mid while they have a little tower snipe set up. So we were talking about some strategies for spawning Banshee. Basically, that there's a new dynamic element in the map where there's like a shield that comes around top mid. It's like a huge bubble that covers the top middle. And you can sort of use that to get angles around and nade into their shotgun to see if they picked up the rockets, if he's going to port through, or if they have someone sitting in the port. And if there's a guy there, then we can tell a rocket guy like don't go through, basically. So overall, like I really enjoy the map. I played pretty decently on it. I felt like it had a good flow to it.
Definitely. It was a little bit like stalemate-y, and you had to make sure you pushed at the right time and you had the proper opportunity to do so.
But one of the coolest things is that once you get little tower set up, you have the ability to capitalize hugely on that.
Absolutely.
So we saw crazy comebacks and just like 20 kill deficits just by holding small tower. So it's very exciting in that regard, that you know the game is not over
at any point
in Ascension or Zenith now.
At Gamescom, we saw one of the craziest games between BWS and TSM. They were down like 20 points right at the start of the match, and then they got small tower control. BWS did, and almost made a comeback against TSM.
It was a one-kill game.
One-kill game.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it went till the last second.
Yep. So that's the new Zenith. Really happy with that. You want to move on to the next map?
Sanctuary or Shrine?
Shrine.
Yeah. So Shrine, it's a very symmetrical map if you haven't played Sanctuary before from Halo 2 or in Reach MLG. It was the most popular Reach MLG map. And there's an interactive feature, like the shield that we had on Zenith. You can shoot a red light at the top of your base, and it pours a waterfall.
Yeah, it's like directly vertically above the flag. And so it takes like, what, one BR shot?
Yeah, just a burst.
Yeah, that's it. And then this waterfall sort of comes down the pillars on the edges of it, but not on the back ramps, right?
Nope.
And so it doesn't do anything, like it doesn't block bullets, grenades can go right through it. It's just a visual effect that they were really harping on in those advertising videos. Watch you shoot it with the sniper and then the rockets, and then it's just like, okay, we get it, waterfall.
And it's water, yeah.
Yeah.
But the map overall, it looks really nice, almost to the point where it's a bit distracting. I know Eli here has a few things he wants to say about how it overall looks and how it pulls away from the gameplay almost a little bit.
Yeah, I think this is something, for example, that Riot's working on with League of Legends, is that it's good to have a beautiful background, but you want the players to focus on certain things. There has to be a priority of like visual acuity. So the first thing you want to be able to detect is a player, and if the background is super distracting, then you're not going to see that player first. Your mind is going to see, oh, look at this giant rock sticking out of the wall. Like that'd be a very salient example. Or, oh, look at this like sunset in the background that's glaring in my eyes as I'm looking down their car. So although I appreciate that this is, next generation and it looks gorgeous, like it really does. It's a map that you just want to like run around and look at and great to watch on stream. As a player, it's like really, really hard to pick apart the detail and see that that's a Spartan spawning right there, a blue guy over a blue river next to a blue rock, with extreme detail. The details
maybe even shadowed. Sometimes the shadows get in the way.
So that's my only complaint. Besides that, and the rocks are actually really hard to jump on this time time around. You'll see a lot of people failing the jumps.
We've seen a couple pros just missing all the jumping up. It's really hard to hit the jumps on the rocks.
Yeah, once you practice it, I feel like it gets really reasonable. It's just that it's not like Halo Reach at all, where you have these flat rocks you can jump on neatly from any angle. You basically have to hit it near perfectly at the top, and then you can make the jump.
You have to make the right approach, the right timing. It has to be perfect.
It's a higher skill gap.
Yes,
essentially.
Absolutely.
Other than that, how would you say the map plays overall?
I feel like it plays a lot differently than the other two sanctuaries that we've seen before, where normally you kind of want to get ring control and then push towards their P Street and their hut, but on this one it's very crucial to have someone on their carbine and just raining down fire on their rocks. And seeing a push like that is just, it's been the #1 thing we've seen this weekend.
Yeah, I agree, because if we let them spawn rocks, they're just going to run straight into our sniper, and with the new lift, there's a new lift down underneath in the shotgun tunnel, then they can get super easy access into your hut without you even knowing it. And I feel like we were just getting blasted a lot because we didn't have someone in ring 2 sort of peeking out and shooting at their spawn the entire time. I feel like that's similar to how Sanctuary used to play, at least in Halo Reach, but it seems to be extremely crucial in this new map.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then ring 3 plays an even bigger role than we've seen before, because ring 3 has actually got a very wide ring on top rather than just a very skinny ledge. So you can back down and get cover from the wall.
Well, it's not only that, there's pillars like sticking
and there's
up
new pillars,
on ring 3. Yeah. Other than that, blue side has a slight disadvantage looking up at ring 3 because there's a huge glare coming off of it. So we noticed that red side is actually preferable on Sanctuary just for that reason.
I think that's pretty much it for Sanctuary.
That's it. That's Sanctuary. Yeah. So you want to move on to the final map?
Lockdown. We got to play Lockdown so many times on the Astro game floor at their booth. That's how we qualified for the PAX Prime Showdown. We won 10 in a row until they kicked us off the booth.
Pretty much. They're like, okay, you guys made it into the qualifier.
Let other people play. But let's see. Lockdown has new icicles on top of three new icicles.
As far as we know, there could be more that we just haven't discovered.
And I believe they're forgeable, or going to be forgeable. Cool. And there's one on top of VR3, so it'll crash up on the big battle rifle.
And it is an instant kill. It drops and you get obliterated. A huge area of effect.
Yeah, it really is a game-changing.
I also noticed that if it falls and then you run into it, you still take damage.
You'll get splash damage.
Yeah, after it like dissipates or whatever. Yeah. So it's an instant kill and then like an area of effect damage. Yeah.
And then there's one top middle, which also breaks the glass that's been sitting on top middle. You can break that glass and you can now fall to bottom middle if you've hit that icicle. And then there's another one that's on top of the sniper tower, which hits a little bit of the second level of the sniper, but primarily at the bottom plasmas on sniper rifle
right, and a little bit of the middle of the ramp too, right?
Yeah.
In terms of also that glass pane in the middle that can be broken, there's a new dynamic element kind of. You can throw 2 stickies to actually break through it by yourself.
Yes.
So let's say there's a hill on bottom mid, which there is in King of the Hill, at least the version we're playing right now, Hill E, and you can basically break that with 2 plasmas and then nade them from any angle off of Sniper Tower or BR Tower or Library.
Yeah, you can just like fish in a barrel, chuck nades down there and clear out the hill and then push in.
And we haven't really seen any teams utilize that strategy, but I have a feeling that it would definitely catch a team off guard. If you had top mid control and then just sort of started blasting them, these players aren't used to that happening to them.
Yeah, we gotta try it.
Yeah, exactly. That's our winning strategy.
But well, anything else? It looks really good.
It looks awesome.
It looks really good.
It's a beautiful map, a lot of very snowy, cool feeling. It has the aesthetic of Halo 4, much more like a Forerunner style.
Very Forerunner.
And the game sort of feels like Halo 4 more than Halo 2 in terms
overall
of the movement, the aesthetics, the shooting is on point, much easier to 4-shot than Halo 2. So I mean, I'm happy with the changes because I'm enjoying it. It's very fast-paced, it's very fun. The grenades are just powerful enough that like they have a huge impact on the game, and you see all these top teams using those nades really intensely. and you'll just get blasted out of any space on the map if you're just sitting there.
You can't sprint away now. You cannot run away from a nade with the nade indicator and just run.
But the base movement speed is also faster, right, because of that. So it's a give and take.
Yeah, you're still gonna take a lot of splash damage from all the new grenades.
Yeah. Oh, there's new angles on the map. So like for example on bottom elbow, they have like this cover so you can sort of challenge Sniper Tower, but it's countered by BR3 and top of open ramp on BR Tower. So you can look across the map and take out the people hiding behind the cover.
All the way at the very bottom of elbow, it's got that huge wall. And we've seen people try and use that, and then if you've got someone up on the BR3, it just cuts their push. And let's see, on top of lift, that now has a drop down to elbow. On the top lift, the blue lift from Halo 2, if you lift up and then you push to the sniper side, there's a drop down where you can go to elbow. There used to only be the two which drop down to pistols, but now you've got one that goes straight to elbow.
That's right. They also have the jump up from the library going BR2. You can jump up onto the what's that called? Door frame, let's call it. And then straight up into BR Tower, which the tower was too high in Halo 2 to be able to do that. In this one, they sort of lowered the BR platform, so it's not as OP.
Yeah, and they kept the jump on the open side as well, which on Halo 2 you used to jump on the door frame, then onto an antenna, and then up onto BR3. I got to use that and get a backsmack on Pistola actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other. Oh, you can't sit like so. You used to be able to sit on the door frame outside library going up to BR3. Now they have sort of an overhang, so you can't go up there.
Yeah, you cannot hide up there.
Same thing in shotgun. There's no longer an overhang where you used to hold the oddball basically.
Oh yeah.
It's just a vertical wall straight up.
Yeah, at the bottom of the lift.
Yeah, shotgun area was widened a little bit, but you still don't want to go down there. It's a death trap because there's 3 frags that spawn right there. And then, yeah, there's just other like really cool specific things. The window got massive, so the window is now plays a huge role from a lot of angles.
Yeah, the window and library was a place we saw the pros utilizing so much.
Yeah, because you can look at the lift, you can look at top
bottom
mid,
middle, you can see bottom blue and see if he's even getting towards top.
Yeah, like you can't push against pros holding library because if you go down BR1, they're going to destroy you. If you go up to BR2, they're going to destroy you. Yeah. It's a really hard setup to break. Yeah. But doable with smart play.
Yeah.
So
we did it.
We did it, bro.
We're back.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. So, is there anything else we have to say about Lockdown or any of the maps or Halo 2 in general or experience here?
It's been a ton of fun.
Dude,
look at this awesome poster.
Yeah, let's get a look around the room actually.
This is sick.
We won it
as well as they pick
That is jet lag. And the cameraman. We need to give cameraman
Riley Hastings
some
the
love.
best editor alive.
True story. Edited the first 2 minutes or the intro of the Ace montage. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Riley's like, I ain't talking. I ain't saying nothing. I'm
He's gotta stay quiet. Doing his job.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it though.
That's it.
It's like 9:30, close to 10 o'clock at night right now. We've been here
late.
since 10 a.m. and we're going to be back tomorrow by probably 9 a.m. to start our matchup.
Thank you for watching. This has been Unyshek.
Nak3d Eli.
See you later.
Everyone signed in to their...
Okay.